be good to people. When you do get a job, be really nice all the time to everyone, whether they are a dresser, front of house staff, crew, stage managers, everyone, because you never know where they're going to end up. So often stage managers, company managers, they might end up being a director at some point, and they will remember if you are an arse, or if you're not good at your job, or you're not reliable. Take classes, go and learn more, go to acting classes, keep the tools going all the time, even if it's just once a month, once a week, you know, or if you can get together with friends. It's all about relationships and friendships. So the more great friendships you get from college or school, sometimes they are the people who are going to be going forward and becoming a director, or becoming a company manager, or becoming an agent or a casting director. And if you've got those people as a good friendship, they are going to help you out, and you're going to help them out by being a good actor or performer. You just want to be reliable and keep in touch with people. Just send an email, send a little message. You don't have to be saying, I need a job. Just be like, hey, I just saw that you've had a baby, congratulations. Or I was just talking about you with a friend today and I thought I'd drop you a line. You don't have to say anything in particular. It's just to keep them remembering you, because you never know. You might happen to send that email on the day that they are looking for someone who is exactly like you. It's happened to me, honestly, before, exactly like that. That someone has just said, oh, so-and-so's just pulled out of a job, can we get some people in? And someone said, oh, I thought, do you know Helen Anker? And they're like, oh, yes, I think so, I've not seen her for a while. Bring her in. It's all about, and that happened to me from a guy who was at school with me at White Lodge, wasn't even in my year, and he was being an intern at a casting director's office, and this happened. Someone pulled out of a job, and he happened to be there. I think it was his first week. And the choreographer was just like, okay, we need to find someone else. And he happened to say, do you know Helen Anker? Got me in, I got the job. So often, it's about random things like that. There's no rules, there's no definite way that your career is going to happen. You just have to be open to anything. But I can't stress enough how important it is to make good relationships. One of my first jobs, crazy for you, I was working alongside in the ensemble with Stephen Meyer, who is like one of the top best director choreographers in England now and in America. He's working over in America. And he's a friend because we worked together, we were great friends, and I've worked for him many times, and he's completely loyal. And people like that you need in your life, because everyone's going to move on to some other level, and you want to be moving on with them. You don't want to be left behind. If you've got friends at college or university that are into filming, get into a group, film each other doing stuff. It's all about YouTube stuff. It's all about creating your own work, doing a web series. A web series might end up on TV. It might end up as your own series. So whatever you can do yourself, do not just wait for your agent to call, because that's not going to work. It's really not going to work. I mean, the majority of work I've had is from my own contacts. And yes, it makes sense, and it's wonderful to have an agent to be able to do the negotiating, to help. But on the whole, it's up to you to get yourself in the door. They can help a bit, but it's really more up to you. So don't be just sitting there waiting for the phone to ring. Because I did that to start off with, and then you realise, actually, no, that's not going to help me at all. Even more so in America, you have to do way more yourself. These are things that you don't learn at college. Learn how to do a good audition. Go for what you are right for. I made that mistake one time. I wanted to be considered for a different role, for a different type, and I was more perfect for a certain type, and I lost a job because I was just like, you know what, I'd really like to be seen for the other one. Yes, you can do that when you've established yourself better. And then you can maybe try for the more challenging roles, the more meaty roles that aren't like you. But on the whole, It's much better to just know your type, know what you look like, know how you sing, know how you act, know your type, and then go for those things, because you're much more likely to get it, because you read the breakdown and you're like, yeah, that's me. If you're like, yeah, that's me, or like, yeah, I could do that, it's like, it's not me, but I know I could do it. Absolutely, I'm sure you can, but there's probably someone else who is more suitable for that role than you are. So just accept that and go for your type. And if you're not sure what your type is, ask people. Say to someone, you know, it can be a friend, but it's probably better if it's not a close friend, because a close friend is going to not be completely honest. And say, how do I come across? How would you describe me for an audition? Brilliant. Ask people to describe you, and then you'll have more of an idea of what you're like, what your type is.